And we are live, guys. Awesome to see you guys. Let's get rolling. There's only two problems in life. There's only two problems in life. Number one is that you're not very useful. In other words, you're not valuable to someone else. That's a problem because you want to feel important, and that's the only thing that we truly want in life is for other people to make us feel important, right? Whether that's our spouse, our kids, or our friends, or, in general, the whole world, you're just not useful. If you were massively useful to people, you would be valuable. If you're massively valuable, especially to your inner circle, then you have a quality of life. If you're massively valuable to everyone else except your inner circle, that's a problem, and that's going to basically blow up in your face that you're not going to have joy, bliss, and happiness because the inner circle is truly the only thing that truly matters in life. Problem number one, you're not useful. Problem number two, if you are useful, no one knows about it. This is for the vast majority of people worldwide, 99.9999999% of people. These are the only two problems you have. I'll now repeat it. You're either not useful or no one knows about your utility, your usefulness. How do we solve that equation? The 80-hour work week. That is and always will be the solution. Why? Because increased numbers produces increased numbers. This is all rational, very simplified stuff, and it makes complete sense. And yet you're still not doing the 80-hour work week. This is why I continuously am encouraging you to watch my channel to get smacked in the face on a daily basis being told, okay? And this is to help you, right? I'm not doing this for me. I don't care if you do the 80-hour work week or not. The consequences of life will come upon us all in various shapes or forms. And, I'm just basically saying that I found a solution that can help the vast majority of the male population worldwide if they adopted the principles that I teach, and the number one principle being the 80-hour work week, then their lives would be exponentially better long term. Short term, I'll make them more miserable. Fantastic. But guess what? It always gets worse before it gets better. And we need that. Like, it's just the same as going to the gym. You're not going to enjoy going to the gym in the beginning if you're 200, at 280 pounds, right? It's not going to be fun to go to the gym. It might even be embarrassing, right? But it is necessary for you to enjoy a higher quality of life long term. So that's why it's important that we do it. And it's the exact same thing with the 80-hour work week. Increased numbers produces increased numbers. And what do we need increased numbers of? Well, that depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to make money, trying to have a business, trying to make sales? Because if that's what you're doing, then increased numbers produces increased numbers. Why are you doing a business? Well, I want to make more money. Oh, okay. So how do you make more money? Well, you need to talk to more people. You need to, right? Like Alex Hormozy says, you just need to have a business registration. You don't even really need to do that either, by the way. Just, in the beginning, okay? Eventually you need to. Once you sell something, okay, you might be worth considering having a business license of some sort and register your business with the government. But until you sell something, okay, so you just simply need to have something of value, a product or a service that you are exchanging with a stranger for money. And in the beginning, you're exchanging this for their time. Just their time and attention, you're going to give them free stuff. That's what you do in the beginning when you have no experience, when you don't know what you're doing, when you haven't had a business but you do have a skill of some sort that is valuable to people, or a product of some sort that is valuable to people. You pay for it with your time and money. Why? Because this is how you rack up your network and you rack up opportunity. Those are the two things you need when you start out, and you've got none of it in the beginning. And that's why you need to give the world free stuff. You give them free stuff, they're going to want to work with you long term. They're going to want to buy your stuff long term because there's a law in the universe, I would say, okay? The law of reciprocity. is like we as humans, when someone does something nice for us, we want to do something nice back. And doing something nice back, if you don't have the chance to do it right now, immediately, when that person kind of, jumps in front of you with something that's good for you, you're like, whoa, thank you. And then they're gone. You're like, man, I didn't even have a chance to pay them back or to give them anything. Oh my gosh. And then it goes into your mental memory space of like, I need to do something for that person because they didn't take the exchange. They just gave me stuff. And I'm like, this is a problem. I want to do something back. We're all like that. Okay. Some people might be like, whatever and be like, man, this is free stuff. I'm taking this, and they're selfish, right? But the vast majority of people are good people that want to give back to you. And so if you do this a number of times, and you keep giving stuff away for free, free, your time, your attention, and obviously you don't give away money for free. Like that doesn't make any sense. If you were to do that, you want to give away a product or a service that they in turn want to give you money for, right? So you can invest your money in the things that you're trying to sell, but you obviously don't give money away for free. I don't recommend it anyway. Okay. So if we understand this, the two things that are part of the acronym of on track, the first two letters, they're the most important part of on track. In the future, I'll have, they'll be very prominent in the ecosystem that we're creating. It's opportunity stands for O. O stands for opportunity. N starts for networking. Opportunity, networking. Okay. The others I can tell you guys about another time, but the entire thing is an acronym. The 80-hour work week solves both. You want to create more opportunity for yourself, you do the 80-hour work week. You want more networking to happen, and by the way, opportunity only comes through network, right? It's who you know that determines your wealth, right? It's not what you know. We know this. This is, and it's, so simple, like keeping it simple, it's all going to happen through people that you're going to get the life that you desire. You cannot do this on your own. Life is not a one-man sport, it's a team sport. Personal development is a team sport. Joy, bliss, and happiness is a team sport. And the way to get other people's goodwill is by providing goodwill to them first. So let's just look at it from this perspective. Other people are watching you. I'll give you an example of this. We have this place close by that sell kachapuri, okay, which is, it actually stands for bread and cheese in Georgian, and we like to go there. It's a great place and good service, everything. And there's a guy there who's very young. He's, I guess he's university age now. I guess he's just graduated from high school, and he's working there every single day. And I'm telling you, like, he's probably there 10 to 11 hours a day. Okay? Massive work ethic. What do you think I think about him? Right? I think he's freaking awesome. Okay? Why is that? Because he's doing something that other people are not willing to do. He's putting in the work. He's got goals. He's trying to do something with his life. Utility. He's being useful. He's being productive. I love that. And he thinks like me, obviously, in some ways, shape, or form. Obviously, I'm like 20 years further ahead and have different mindset about different things. And I don't know him in the other aspects of his life as well. But at least he has a massive work ethic, and he's always pleasant to be around whenever I'm around him. Okay, give me those two things, and I'm going to start in my brain to think about how can I create an opportunity for this person. Not for him necessarily, although that's going to be a natural consequence of me giving him an opportunity. But I'm thinking in my head, how could I make him useful for me so that it creates a win-win situation? And yes, of course, I gotta figure out first what he's interested in. What does he want for his life? What's his situation? And I ask him all of those questions. And he's got different goals that he wants to achieve, and so he's doing the 80-hour work week. In my head now, I'm thinking, could he do this job? Could he do this job? Could he do that job in my business? And I'm thinking like very loudly in my head, trying to figure out what could be a better opportunity for him than what he's trying to do. because he's got an end goal in mind, but because of his age, he might have some inexperience in terms of what will get him most effectively to his end destination. I know what will get him most effectively to his end destination. He doesn't know, but we haven't started this coaching relationship yet, right? But I'm thinking about what could help him the most to get to where he wants to go. And I've got opportunities for him that he has no idea about because it's only in my head and I haven't talked to him about it, right? And so, where do you think that opportunity for him is being created? How did he do that? Like, obviously, he was nice to me, but it doesn't matter if someone's nice to you. He did something that other people are not doing. He put himself apart. I see nice people everywhere in Georgia, okay? And all of them are freaking awesome. And like 95% of people worldwide, actually, but in Georgia especially. I've been here for 7 years. I'm not going to probably go anywhere. This is the place that I want to live. So, if you understand this, that's not what set him apart. What set him apart was his willingness to put in the work. Because what happens naturally when someone puts in the work, they learn faster, they get things done, they are more effective, they develop skills, you can put them in different roles, because the only thing that matters is that someone is willing to work hard and able to learn fast. Those are the only two things. It should always be in your resume, by the way, or your cover letter if you're applying for jobs. I work hard and I learn fast. Okay? Because that's what employers need. That's the only thing they need, really. Because anything can be picked up fast if you are able to learn fast in any job, really. Unless you don't have the knack for it. Like, for example, me with tech or something like that. But so you understand now that I'm observing who around me has a massive work ethic, who around me are capable of learning things fast, who around me has exactly what I need in my business right now. And wherever you are, there's always someone looking. In your specific job that you have currently right now, if you have one, then someone is watching you. If you are saying continuously, "Can I get more work hours, please? Is there a way for me to get this person's shift? Can I, is there anything that I can do in the business that would provide more value for you?" Like, if you ask questions like that to your managers and your superiors, and you try to do the 80-hour work week in that job, or you work in your free time to do things that will increase your value for the job, someone will notice. What happens as a natural result of someone noticing? You receive options. You receive opportunity. They will now come to you and say, "Would you like this? Yes or no?" And now you have a chance of saying yes or no. The fact that you can say yes or no is an option, right? And that's how life works. The 80-hour work week led you to that in a fantastic way. And yes, there's other ways for you to get options, but this is the most powerful and potent way to get options if you don't have everything in life that you need and want already. Like, if you have everything, then why do you need more options? Everything's fantastic. But the fact that most people are in scarcity mode because they don't have options. And that's the most miserable place to be in on planet Earth, is to be in a situation where you can't choose anything else. That's prison. That's jail time. That's like you're stuck in a box. Nothing to do. Well, now you've solved it, and you know how. It's the 80-hour work week. So, let's sum this up, okay? I mentioned in the beginning that the only two problems you have in your life is you're not very useful. You haven't learned, developed traits that is actually helpful for people around you. And number two, no one knows about the skill and the usefulness that you actually do have. And the way to cure this is by doing the 80-hour work week. In terms of what? Learning more skills so that you become useful, and or at the same time talking to lots and lots of people. People are the solution to every single problem you have. People are the problem you have very often. Okay? But people are also the solution. So the moment you start doing the 80-hour work week and you keep learning better ways to be effective with people during those 80-hour work weeks, then you will now become better and better at it. And as a result, you'll become more useful, because there's a lot of people that are not people skilled. if you become good with people and you do the 80-hour work week, you've set yourself apart from so many people, and you did it the right way. So hopefully you got a lot out of this video. I was excited to make this one. And as always, I'd like to check if there are, if there's anyone watching this video right now. Because if there are and they have questions, I would like to reply to them. So let's see. And no one asked any questions. All right, I guess I should say thank you, but not really. I want your questions. So keep writing down stuff that you want to ask me about, and or suggestions for videos that you'd like me to make. Or if you're serious about taking real steps in your business, currently right now, I actually have capacity. Soon there's going to have to be a wait list, but I have a little bit capacity for taking on what I call the 5-day transformation. And giving it away for free to people who are serious about taking steps and move forward in their lives. If that's you, then hit me up on Instagram. The link is in the description so that you can get 5 days straight with me for 25 to 55 minutes where we just go through every single aspect of your life and we start helping you crush it. Because like humans are very similar. They have the same type of desires. If you're around my channel, okay? You want joy, bliss, and happiness. Well, that's kind of similar to everyone else. I kind of have a pathway to help you get there, okay? There's a lot of people that want a family of their own, and they want kids, and they want to be a great father and a great leader, okay? They want to be community leaders, etc., whatever. I have a pathway to help you to get there. People want to make money. They want to be entrepreneurs. They want to, go through the process of becoming successful with their career. Guess what? I've got lots of experience there and I can help you to get there. There's so many things I can do for you, but without us communicating one-on-one, I don't know what your next step is. I know the pathways and I know what you want. And you might not even know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, then that's an even bigger problem that we should be discussing and helping you by asking you the right questions so you can say things out loud to someone else that this is what you want, and then you write it down, and then we make a path in order for you to achieve it faster than you would have if you were working on it by yourself, right? And it is no strings attached. 5-day transformation. If you're interested, hit me up. I'll see you.